I'm going to show you how I made a mold in order to cast this Paul body half. Here's the bottom line. Let's just say I want to use this as my master. This is what I'm going to make copies of. I drilled little holes in the bottom of his legs here because he stands uneven. If I just try to glue him down to the wood without the dowels, he'd be leaning back and he wouldn't be straight. The goal is to try to get him as straight as possible. He's going to fit in the pipe that's going to be the box for the silicone. All right, so there's Paul. I've drilled a couple of holes in his legs, put some dowels in, drilled a couple of corresponding holes in this piece of wood, and I'm going to place the mold around that. Another thing you're going to want to do when making the mold, notice the dowels are right here. This is actually where you're going to be pouring the resin once the mold is cured. So this is going to be upside down. But in order to make a good, effective pouring spout, go ahead and make some, take some clay, and you're going to make a couple of funnels. I won't do it right now, but surround that dowel with a tapered bit of clay. That'll give you a nice funnel to pour your resin in on both of the legs. Okay, so now that I've got Paul on his mounted on this little piece of wood, I've taken some PVC pipe that's big enough to surround the figure. I sliced it on the bandsaw, and I did it unevenly on purpose in order that it would be keyed so I would know how to put it in. All right, so now that I've sliced it, I'll surround the halves around Paul. Okay, and then I center him inside the mold. This is the area where the silicone rubber is going to go in. And I'll tape up the PVC pipe to seal it. And I'll also run some clay all the way around as a dam to keep the silicone from pouring out. Okay, so let's pretend that I've poured my silicone into the mold box, and 24 hours later I'm ready to pull the tape out. So I'll remove all the tape. Also take the clay off and then start to work the mold around to break the silicone and also get those dowels out of the wood base. All right, done that. I'm turning it upside down, and you don't see I didn't actually put clay because I've already made this mold, but I would remove the clay from here, and notice you've got funnels. Take these dowels off. Anyway, don't have to take it off because I'm just showing you how I did it. And slowly work the PVC material off of the cured silicone. And then take, usually I'll take an X-Acto knife, or you can take a Stanley blade, and starting on one side, I'll slice down carefully, slicing all the way to the master so that I can release it from the mold. So I have cut all the way down. Also between the legs, it has to be cut. All right, and then I can slowly work the master out of the silicone. I won't bore you with the details, so let me pause this. Cool, so I've gotten the master out of the mold. Okay, you can see the I don't know what you call it, that pocket where the master was. I'm going to turn this upside down. I'm going to replace the PVC pipe shell around, let's see, that's backwards. Place it around the cured silicone. I'll seal it up with tape, and perhaps just rubber bands will do, but anyway. So now you've got funnels to pour your resin in. You can pour it in one end. I like to shake it, work it around, get as many of the air pockets, air bubbles out as possible. Keep pouring, and then you'll see the resin start to rise on the other side. And once it fills the funnels, you stop, you let the resin cure. Once it's cured, you can pull out your casting.